Let's go. Let's do it. What's happening? What's happening? We trapping. Shout out to everybody rocking, man. Make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge your card. Let everybody know we in the trap with it, man. You understand? We got a solo land. You understand? Let's get it. It's a rare occasion, man. I said I'm gonna try to do this at least once a week. You know what I'm saying? At least. You know what I'm saying? But if it do well, I might start to invest a little more into it. You understand me? So y'all gotta show me that y'all like these live shows by myself. You know what I'm saying? HTM at work, so you know what I'm saying? Why not pop out alone? You know what I'm saying? My dog out there getting to the bag. So salute to my people. Salute to everybody rocking with me. Salute to Viking fan for life or something like that. Salute to Dak Owens. You feel me? He talking crazy already. Salute to Brandon in the building. Salute to Elijah Robinson in the building. Hey, if you want to shout out ASAP, put something in the chat box. And you know what I'm saying? We're going to take care of it, man. Make sure you hit that like and share. For the squad, it will not charge a card. You understand? Hey, and you already know we got to make sure them haters do what they was put on God's green earth to do. And you already knew, man. That's hate, man. Hey, salute to all the people rocking, man. Make sure you hit that like and share. Hey, tell them we in the trap with it, baby. Let's get it. Salute.
Empire.
Yeah.
I can't see a thing, all this money in my face. Hey. I just blew a bag, ran it back the same day. Hey. Ain't no looking back, came a long way. Hey. I know that they mad, but just let them hate. Hey. That what make them hate. That what make them hate. Hey. And we just getting cake and they just in the way. Hey. That what make them hate. That what make them hate. Hey. Cause we just getting cake and they just in the way. Hey. Landlord is showing how to ball, boy.
Let's get it.
You ain't even on the team, you just a ball, boy. Real high, used to rock knockouts, but it's real now. Real fly, bitch, I probably average your career high. We the one they hating on, it probably wanna kill. When they got our own band, we hollin' f*** a deal. Long live CEO, CIP the dollar. Took my brother, that shit made me go harder. That shit turned me to a monster. Now I'm focused on the comma. Now I'ma run up them comma. The summer, run up them numbers, yeah. I know that they hate the way a ball, man. Rockin' all this ball, man. Street made on the chain. I can't see a thing, all this money in my face. I just blew a bag, ran it back the same day. Ain't no looking back, we came a long way. Hey, I know that they mad, but just let them hate. Hey, that what make them hate. That what make them hate. Hey, and we just getting cake and they just in the way. Hey, that what make them hate. That what make them hate. Hey, cause we just getting cake and they just in the way.
Hey, salute to everybody rocking. You understand? I go by land. You understand? Hey, salute to everybody in the building, man. Hey, we just got some breaking news. Not really breaking news, but Mr. Chris Sims of NBC did his top quarterback list. And Mr. Dak Prescott is outside the top 10? Like, what the fuck is going on? Trap. Now, I ain't just acting like my opinion's the only one that matter. I'm not dissing Mr. Chris Sims at all. But I must ask. My biggest problem is Dak outside the top 10. I think that's unnecessary. I think that's unacceptable. I think that is tomfoolery. It's no other way for me to put that, man, because Dak has been one of the top quarterback performers since he been in the NFL. If you think about it, statistically, he's been one of the best, man. So to put him at number 11, I think that's crazy. So let's read about his explanation that he said. Let's see. He says, Dak Prescott, the Dallas Cowboys put so much on Dak Prescott. They put the game in his hands. He delivers on so many big throws. He's a phenomenal deep ball thrower. He's a phenomenal thrower with people around him in the pocket. He has great feel, that sixth sense. Dak Prescott, the man, the leader, what they expect of him, the pressure they put on him. I know he has weapons. He takes advantage of a lot of those aggressive opportunities. He competes and does everything to will his team. He's a phenomenal leader. He does almost everything right on and off the field. So with all of those compliments, how the hell is he not top 10 though?
Trap.
And I'm just trying to see, man, cause like I would have hoped he had an explanation for him not being in the top 10, but it don't sound like he do. Because it just sounds like he just giving compliments, and I'm trying to see who these guys is above him. So he haven't completed his list yet, but we'll see. We pretty much got a good idea of who he got ahead of him. Now, to be fair, he did have Jalen Hurts as number 21. Good God. That's pretty low for Jalen, even in my opinion. You know, I don't even rock with Jalen like that, but for perspective, these are some of the quarterbacks he got over Jalen Hurts. Because they stopped the list at 11. So I guess the next couple of episodes, they'll start building on that. So we'll know exactly who he prefers over Dak. But let's do Jalen Hurts because it's a lot of people that's above him right now. And just for perspective, Cam Ward is just 2 slots down under Jalen Hurts. That is tomfoolery.
Trap.
He got Aaron Rodgers at 26. So, like, we expect somebody like Aaron Rodgers to be low at this point in his career. But I ain't gonna lie. I would never think I'd find myself speaking up for Jalen Hurts. And y'all know how I feel about Jalen Hurts. But to have, what in the world has C.J. Stroud done to be ahead of Jalen Hurts right now? Please tell me. What has he done to be ahead of Jalen Hurts? C.J. Stroud has had a bad couple of years in a row now. I know his team went to the playoffs, but if you watch C.J. Stroud, there's no way that you can make a case that he's that good of a quarterback nowadays. And then he got Malik Willis ahead of him. This is crazy. Okay. Then he goes on to put Daniel Jones. Now, Daniel Jones did have a decent year last year. Then he goes up to Brock Purdy. He goes up to Bo Nix. Now, some of these names sound decent. But if we talking about skill for skill, I might entertain that. But if we talking about body of work, paired with skill for skill and paired for the caliber of quarterback they is, it makes no sense at all. So I wonder what he was evaluating. Because he got to just be evaluating off of things that he like about the quarterback. Like, it can't be nothing tangible that he going off of. Yeah, he got to be trying to be different, D-Shift. It makes no sense. Like, it's a very inconsistent list. Because guess who he got right up under Dak Prescott? He got Trevor Lawrence.
Trap.
This is crazy. Then he got Jared Goff under Trevor Lawrence. Then Sam Darnold. Like, this list is crazy. This list is kind of crazy. And yeah, he wanna rile us up because it don't make too much sense about the way he going about this list. Like, it's hard to even detect what he value and what he don't value when he's talking about this list. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. And Dak made his case several years ago of being at least a top. Like, you can hate Dak guts, bro. You can hate his guts. But I don't think even the biggest Dak hater will have him outside the top 10. That's just crazy. Okay, even though he don't got his list finished, right? Let's see if we can come up with 10 quarterbacks that objectively they can put ahead of Dak Prescott. Objectively. Like, we ain't got to feel that way. But let's try to see what they talking about. Let's try to look inside the mind of somebody who's deranged or just a plain old hater. Like, I don't know. I don't really know how to evaluate you at this point, Mr. Sims. But let's see. Of course, you know, a lot of people will say Pat. A lot of people will say Lamar. A lot of people will say Josh Allen. Now, that's 3 that I give them I wouldn't have to have a knockdown, drag out fist fight right now about it. You know what I'm saying? Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Pat Mahomes. Who else? Them the ones that, like, I won't even have to argue with you. Like, I still will take my guy over a couple of them, maybe. But I wouldn't have to argue about them three. So let's see, man. We can pull this up. Let's see. Cause and mind you, Dak is the top paid quarterback. So he's saying that Dak is, like, you know, not even worth the contract that he getting, in his opinion, if you 11. Yeah, they gonna put Herbert up. Let me see. Herbert went on his list yet either. So yeah, you right. He gotta be in he gotta be one of the people that's ahead, because he ain't on the list yet. So that's tomfoolery already, like we said, man. It makes no sense. But, you know, it is the off season. Maybe it's a slow news cycle. He want to stir up some people or something. I don't know. I don't know what to tell y'all, but it sounds very, very disingenuous to me. Let's see. Yeah. He's not on there yet. So, yeah, he gonna be ahead too. So it's gonna be Lamar Jackson, Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Herbert. Who else? Matthew Stafford. Yeah, Stafford ain't on here yet either. So Stafford, that's 5. Who else? Jaden Daniels. His ass better not be ahead of that. He probably is, though, because I don't see him on the list yet. Yeah, he got Jaden Daniels above Dak, too. So that's 6. Burrow, for sure. That's 7. Who else? That's 7 quarterbacks we done already dissected. Probably Drake May. That's 8. And it makes no sense. I mean, I know his team did well, but he had some of the worst statistics in NFL history for a Super Bowl quarterback. Like, but I guess we just mixing in team success with, you know, just the quarterback. So, I don't know. But that's 8 right there. So we missing what? 5? No, 3. We missing 2 now. So we got 8. We just missing 2 quarterbacks who he probably put above that. They already got Love Below. That's an album for Outkast too, by the way. The Love Below, or a song. One of them. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, he got Love number 15. So he below. So we just did 8. No, Aaron Rodgers is below. He got Aaron Rodgers number 26. So Rodgers is very, very far down now. Now I get that though. He's an old man now. Like, he's not the Rodgers that we know and love. You know what I'm saying? He's not that type of guy no more. But that's 8. We missing 2 more. We missing 2 more quarterbacks. Who y'all think it is? Let's see. Let's see. 2 more quarterbacks we missing that he got Dak ranked over. Well, ranked over Dak. Let's see. We got to figure this out, because we don't even need him to finish the list. We can do it ourselves. We not crazy. We know what time it is now. So, let's see. Do he got Deshaun Watson above Dak? He got Baker Mayfield probably too. It might be Baker. Hold on, Bryce Young. No. It's either Bryce Young, Caleb Williams. He probably got Caleb Williams over Dak. And he probably got maybe Caleb Williams. I'm guessing it's Caleb Williams. And who else? It ain't Sam Darnold. I'm thinking it's Caleb Williams and Baker Mayfield. Them who like just kind of getting the vibe off of how he evaluating. I would bet any kind of money is Caleb Williams and Baker Mayfield. So it's probably Caleb Williams, Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Burrow. Who else we said? That's 6. I'm missing 2 more. Jaden Daniels and probably May. Them the 8 people. Nah, we missing 2 more. That's 8. We missing 2 more. Jaden Daniels, that's 9. And it's 1 more person we said. But that's the list that he got above Dak. That's crazy. Now, okay. Burrow, Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson. I won't want to kill you for having that take. I would prefer my guy over a couple of those guys. You know, it is iffy. You know, they great players. I give them that. But anybody else, we got to fight, bro. We got to fight.
Trap.
You ain't going to sit up here and tell me he might have Mendoza in front of him, knowing this. Crazy as this goddamn list is. He might have Mendoza above him. You not finna sit up here and convince me that Caleb Williams is better than Dak Prescott. You not finna convince me that Trevor Lawrence or Bryce Young, he probably ain't even got Bryce Young on the list. Now, if he got, I doubt he got Bryce Young over Baker Mayfield. They love Baker Mayfield for some reason. They love them some Baker Mayfield. And I say they saying like the mainstream media, they got a lot of love for Baker. They really do. So let's see. Yeah, let me see. Bryce Young might be already on here. Yeah, he already on here. He got Bryce Young number 31. So yeah, it's not Bryce Young. He got Mendoza number 33. So we ain't gotta go march on him. He got Ty Simpson number 42. That's crazy. Baker be hooping, but I think he got a clean face in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't hear much Baker Mayfield criticism. Like, some players just got a good face card in the league. Some people got a bad face card in the league. Whether it's fair or not, you know, we just talking about what's tangible and what's true. Sometimes it's not deserving to have that bad face card, and you just got it. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing you can do. Like, Dak, I feel like Dak face card is kind of unfair. Like, I ain't saying Dak is without sin, but I think a lot of the downfalls and the pitfalls of our whole organization and team just rest on the shoulders of Dak for some reason. Like, of course, he's been a part of some of this stuff, and some of this stuff can point towards him, but I feel like he get the bulk of the blame for sure. Like, the bulk of the blame falls on Foles' shoulders all the time, no matter what happens. Even if, and the credit usually don't. That's the disturbing part. The credit usually don't. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll see how it work out, but I really don't think Dak face card is legit. Some of these people face cards is warranted, though. Like Lamar. Lamar got a good face card. Even though he's struggling in the playoffs, they love Lamar. Why you think he got so many goddamn MVPs? Trap. They went so far as to give Lamar an MVP when he didn't deserve it over Dak. That let you know who face card is better. And I think being a Cowboys player do hurt your face, though. Like, in this type of context of what I'm talking about. Like, why you think it's rare that we get those type of awards on this team? Like an MVP or Defensive Player of the Year. It's like they go out their way to exclude Cowboy players. Like, you got to be head and shoulders above the rest of the league to get that type of award in Dallas. Like, real talk. You got to be that guy. You got to be unquestionably that guy. I don't even remember the last ones we had. So, it might be before my time. So, let's see. I don't know if we ever had one. Okay, Emmitt Smith. Emmitt, the last MVP we had, and we know he had shouted every record. He was running the league at that time. So, yeah, that's crazy. Since 93, we ain't had an MVP. So that right there should let you know everything you need to know. Salute to my guy Suave in the building with the super chat, man. I appreciate you. First super chat of the day. You know, them two get your 2 raffle entries too, man. I got some good stuff for y'all, man. I got a nice little, I'm thinking about this jacket that I got that I might raffle off to y'all, and the jersey we was talking about. So I'm gonna let y'all pick it yourself. But he says one factor about Dak that I like that puts him in my top 10 is that when he's healthy, the offense is likely to be a top 10 unit. He led great offenses with minimal weapons. That has to count. Great point. And if we get to talking about it in depth, think about Dak has always had success no matter who his offensive coordinator is. Like, he how many number 1 offenses has he been at the helm of? Like, that gotta count for something. We've seen guys come into this league, boom, like bust on the scene, coming out hard like Ball and G, if you know what I mean. Coming out hard, just going crazy, and then fall off. Look at C.J. Stroud. Look at Jaden Daniels. Look at some of these players. Look at Deshaun Watson. All these players that they crown above Dak, they don't have the sustainability that Dak had. They not consistent as Dak is. They still not there. They rose and then fall. Dak still at a consistent pace. He hasn't fell off for real, bro, if you think about it. If you think about Dak Prescott career trajectory, Dak really ain't fell low. He really ain't. Like, and think about this. Of course, it's times where we probably wanted Dak to play a little better, or, you know what I'm saying, here or there. Like, that's for any player. Like, I'm sure people in Kansas City had moments where they wanted Pat to play better. That's just normal. But, like, I don't remember that large movement saying we have to move Dak. Or, like, if Dak don't do good this year, he got to be gone. You hear some deranged, kind of crazy, insane people that just, you know, just hate Dak guts, and they really need to just let it go. But we ain't talking about the crazy people. We ain't talking about the manic people. We talking about people who actually unbiased and giving a consistent judgment, like just evaluating the player. We don't hear no large storms of people marching on Dak Prescott. So think about it. Dallas is the most craziest place. We the media frenzy. We are the centerpiece of the NFL. If Dak was anywhere near that bad, you would hear that shit almost every day on every channel. You would. Trap. Let me know if I'm wrong. If Dak was anywhere near on a hot seat, if he played so bad to make almost the collective of the Cowboy Nation to consider him to be sat down or to be replaced, you would hear that shit. It would be so loud, it'll be deafening. You wouldn't be able to hear nothing. And we ain't never got to that point. You want to know why? Because Dak has played consistently great football. It's just the truth. When you got a healthy Dak Prescott, 90% of the time you got a winning record. Down to 90% of the time you go to the playoffs. He's a great player, bro. He is. And I'm not acting like he's the greatest, but don't discount Dak on his greatness, man. Don't do that. Shout out to Suave D again, man. I appreciate you, man. He says Dak led the league in interceptions in one season, but in the following season, he led the NFL in touchdowns. That's a remarkable turnaround. Absolutely. And guess what else he did? He guaranteed you that he went through double-digit interceptions, and did he do it? Trap. And you remember me and him, we got on here and told y'all that a lot of those interceptions were circumstantial. They weren't just Dak brain farts that he just throwing the ball all over the place. That we showed y'all how It was some of the plays that we ran. It was some of the confusion in Kellen Moore rocket science offense that he wanted to put out there. It was some of the crazy stuff. You had all these players figuring out, dissecting the play as they trying to run the route, and it was just too much confusion with Kellen Moore offense, man. It just was. I don't think he was a great communicator. He didn't come off to me as somebody who was a teacher. He probably was just a smart guy, and he just gonna say what he say, and then you just hope they caught on to it. Now we got coaches that's gonna teach, that can relate, that can actually get through to these players so they can actually understand this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think Kellen just came up there with a PowerPoint presentation, told their ass what he wanted, and then left. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like he in depth making sure he customized his lesson plans to make sure each player actually grasp it. I don't think that's what Kellen Moore did. And it kind of showed. If you're not actually putting in that time, how do you think you're going to have a great unit? You can't have a great unit if you're not customizing some of this stuff. Everybody don't learn at the same pace. Everybody don't learn the same way. That's not to diminish nobody. It's just the truth. Some people are, they need to see it to learn it. Some people need hands-on. Some people need, to read it or something. It's different shit. Everybody's different. So you can't just have one cookie cutter way to teach and then just expect everybody to get it the same. It's just not like that. So that's why I don't think Kellen Moore's shit worked out. And then on top of that, it was a complicated system to begin with. And I really feel like it crippled Dak Prescott in his improvising too. I don't think Dak was able to improvise much, and that's a big part of his game. Soon as Mike McCarthy came in, we saw Dak improvising again. Soon as Mike McCarthy took over again, we saw it. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big part of that game. You wouldn't have had plays like that big play against the Lions without Dak improvising. You know what I'm saying? When he escaped Hutch and threw the bomb to CD, you wouldn't have had a play like that if everything gotta be precise on time like Kellen's scheme. Kellen had a timing-based scheme. Some plays, you don't get the off-script plays if you doing that. You know what I'm saying? The receiver's done with the route about time. You know what I'm saying? The receiver's looking for the ball at a specific time. So all that off-script stuff, it just went working with Kellen Moore. But forget Kellen Moore. But I'm just going back to saying, it's a lot of reasons why people could say, hey, Dak ain't this or Dak ain't that. But one thing is consistent, no matter what the changes was, some kind of way, Dak Prescott has a successful offense. He has probably a number one offense with several offensive coordinators at this time. He had one with Scott Linehan. He had one with Kellen Moore. He had one with Mike McCarthy. And here he is again with one with Brian Schottenheimer. That's 4 different coordinators. So how is this a player that people don't feel like you can win with? How is this a player that people feel like can't lead you to a championship? I don't think it's on him. It just can't be. If he's the common denominator out of all these changes, how is it so? How could you say he's the problem? I get it that we didn't get the ultimate success, but it's other common denominators that were screaming way louder than him being bad. And you can't even give me 2 consecutive years that Dak was bad. So that's why I feel like it's all cap. It's just not true. Salute to my guy, Dono Holmes on the cash out, man. I appreciate you, my guy. Salute to you. That got you 2 more raffle entries. He just won the raffle last time and got his jersey, so all is well with that. And he just got himself 2 entries into the new one. So that's what's up. I appreciate you, my guy. But yeah, man, let's get into some of this other stuff real quick. I ain't gonna keep y'all too long, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. We'll go as y'all go. If y'all want me to stay on, let me know. Show me some love. We'll do that. Salute to my guy, Vice Lombardi, man, over there at the Doing All Right. And, everywhere he be at. That young man is everywhere. He says, I've been saying this for a while. If the Cowboys defense can just be around 18th in scoring, they can contend. Last year, the Ravens were 18th, giving up 23.4 points per game. Dallas gave up 30. Good Lord. That's such a big gap right there, bro. Like, good Lord. From 23 points to 30 points. Doesn't sound massive until you add context. Baltimore allowed 41 touchdowns. Dallas allowed 59. That's a 108-point difference before you even count field goals. The crazy part, the Cowboys lost their 9 games by a combined 111 points. 18th is enough. Sheesh, we got to give it up for Vach. We got to give it up for Vach on that one, because that pretty much goes right into what I was just saying. This the screaming narrative that should be louder than ever. You know what I'm saying? This the narrative that should be louder than ever. The defense giving up 30. Oh my! I don't even know what to say. See, this is why me and him gotta go into all-out wars with our brothers, Boss Cowboy and them and shit, because this is the reason about moving George Pickens and shit like that. I feel like this is the root of the problem, because this is one of the few times in the history of the sport, I feel like, that you had an offense that was so great that it equalized by a defense that was so fucking bad. Like, if your defense was half as good, bro, if it was a normal fucking defense, if it was a high school defense, bro, y'all would value that offense that we had way more. Y'all would value that offense that we had way more, bro. Y'all looking at it now like, we don't care about that offense because we was still bad. No, what it is your offense was so fucking astronomically great that it was able to still be a competitive team with a badass defense. Could you imagine if that offense was mid? Could you imagine if that offense was pedestrian? Your ass would have been 0-17 out this bitch. Trap. You would have been 0-17 out here. I don't think you would have won a game. If you would have had an average offense, then, like we said, we showed you the importance of George Pickens. CD got hurt. You still out here balling out with George. You still out here going at Mike and them with George Pickens. You still hooping. He's still showing you that he's an all-pro caliber receiver. You can't survive a CD injury without somebody like George. You don't want to go that deep in your depth chart. You don't want Ryan Flournoy being your second receiver. I understand. I love Ryan. I think he will be good. But I don't want to experiment right now seeing him going up against number 1 and number 2 corners. I don't want to see that for the fate of my season. I don't want that. I don't think nobody should want that. You know what I'm saying? You want Ryan to be in here, somebody you can work in and get you a couple of good matchups and let him get some spot work and produce like that. You don't want to be dependent on somebody from a small school like that, somebody who ain't never been in that role like that, bro. You don't want to depend on that. So, like I said, bro, it's no argument against that. It's no way that you want your season to be over because of a wide receiver injury. Like, because I promise y'all, bro, that shit'll be over. If we only had CD and he went down, shit over. It's over with. Because guess what? They'll feel confident in guarding our receivers with regular old DBs, and they'll put 8 in the box and shut Williams down. That could be in living hell. That's what it'll be. No lie. They'll be one-on-one with them receivers outside and put 8 in the box and shut shit down with Javonte Williams, and Dak will be having to fight for his life and run for his life. Because I'm telling y'all, I told y'all, man, like, I ain't trying to beat a dead horse, bro, but I swear, the run game, I'm not trying to diminish Javonte Williams because I think he's a very good player. I don't think he's a great player. That's the difference between me and some fanatical fans that, you know what I'm saying, that just might be in love. I think he's a very good running back. I think he's a good running back, and he runs the right way. He plays the right way. So I don't want to be diminishing Javonte. But what I am saying is I don't think he's good enough or great enough to carry this team. And then think about it. His run style, you can't depend on him. His run style, if you add his run style and his history, it's no way you can sit up here and tell me that you should be depending on Javonte Williams. No way. No way. He run like a bull in a china shop. He run like a bull in a china shop. It's no way that you think we got lucky for him to stay healthy. Hopefully he can continue it, but he was getting hurt in Denver. You know what I'm saying? The way he run, bro, it's a high risk. He a high risk running back. That's what I might start calling him.
Trap.
I'm going to have a category for running backs and some players. It's a certain way you can play that you just high risk. You high risk for injury. Because that's what Javonte run like he don't care about none of his bones. He don't care about no ACL, no MCL. He don't care about nothing. All he care about is making yards. And we love that. But I'm just saying it's very dangerous. It's a very dangerous way to play. And that's something that I wouldn't want to have my season resting on. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, my guy, Lou. Appreciate that, man. I try to make my hat collection a little different than a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I don't be wanting the hat that everybody got. I try to find the ones that don't nobody got. That's just laying right. But I appreciate you, my guy. Coach Chelsea says, C, is it that Dak trusts him, or is it that all he got to work with, Pickens, actually had more catches in 2025? CD missed some games. I don't know if he was talking to me. Maybe he's talking about, is C Burleson in here? Maybe he was talking to somebody else. Maybe he was talking to C. I'm not sure. But I'll say if I was able to put my 2 cents in, from what it sounded like you were saying, it sounded like, CD missed some days. So, of course, he ain't going to have his normal CD year. So I feel like that'll be great. That'll be a fully healthy year with CD. Because guess what? I said that too from that angle. Do y'all know how much we put on CD Lamb, man? We gonna run CD ass in the ground. Like, you take George Pickens away again, we saw him at the forefront of the offense. Well, everything went through CD. I had to make a campaign spam Lamb because that was the only thing looked good on this offense. So when you look at that, we saw CD breaking down last year. The man shoulder got tender as hell out here, man. Trap. CD had the tenderism shoulder. Like, it was falling off the bone. Every time he hit the ground, it was a problem. Like, so you don't want to wear out your number one option either. You know what I'm saying? You got to distribute that evenly. His shit, CD was in shambles last year. Shout out to my guy Biscuit with the $2 holler. He says still want to see Maffa get some reps. I think we all want to see Maffa get some reps, but at the same time, I would like them to go out and get somebody, potentially better than Maffa. So at least we can see Maffa in the preseason. If Maffa show up in camp in preseason, then we can start going to that discussion. But the only thing, Biscuit, is could you make a case for Maffa to get reps over Malik Davis? I don't know if you can do that. If you want to be objective, I know he might be somebody who, is your cup of tea more than Malik. You know what I'm saying? We hate Malik for some reason, even though he flourish in every opportunity he get. But, is it a case that you can make for him to get reps over Malik? Because I don't, even objectively, trying to be unbiased, and y'all know I kind of like Malik, but is it a way you can make that case? I don't know. The only case you can make is we drafted him and we put him on the shelf, so let's see him run. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at that either, though, because, you do want to know what he is, but I think you should earn those reps, though. To a certain degree, I think you should earn those reps. I don't think they should be given at all. But Yeah, that was some great points by Vice, though. Like, if you think about it, man, a lot of those defensive statistics is just horrible. And I know I went into the George Pickens and CD shit, but, like, I really think that ignited that. I think that we took for granted how great this offense was because of how bad this defense was. I think it's evident. If the defense was good and this offense played great, and we won more games and we was just balling out, I don't think nobody will be talking about trading George Pickens or letting George Pickens walk. I don't think nobody will be doing that. I think the great play of our offense was neutralized by the horrible play of our defense. So now people are drastically undervaluing it. That's what I think going on. That's why we have these discussions. That's what's going on right now, in my opinion. How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about that? Campo in the building. He says, he says, we could have had Kyle Monogamy and been set at running back by McClay, a dumbass. Yeah, we've been disrespecting the running back position for years. And this is what we get. We struck gold with Javonte, though. I really think he's a good back. But, you know, I don't think he's a world beater back. I don't think you can say, hey, ask yourself this. Do you think teams going into defending the Cowboys saying we got to stop Javonte Williams? And if the answer is no, that should tell you everything you need to know.
Trap.
I don't think that's the case. I just don't. Shout out to the GOAT, Stephen Carr in the building. Appreciate you, my guy. But let me know. Because look, bro, I'm not the content creator to say I'm right at everything. Let me know where I'm wrong at if you disagree. Do you think teams going into our game plan saying we must stop Javonte Williams? Now, I know we got two great wide receivers, but I think he probably the last person you're thinking about as far as the weapons go. And it is kind of unfair because CD and George are very, very great. He might be over Ferg, dog. Trap. Would you try to stop Ferg? Would you prioritize defending Ferg over him? I think that's a good matchup. You know what I'm saying? I think that shit gotta equal. I don't know. I'm low on Ferg, man. I swear I am. And I hate that because Ferg used to be my guy, bro. When you hear me talking like this about somebody like Ferg, bro, it ain't no hate. It ain't nobody that I just didn't believe in from the start and I just can't stand them, so I'm just waiting on them to be bad. Like, that ain't this. Ferg was one of my favorite players on this team. I honestly felt like it was a good move to move on from Dalton Schultz and go to Jake Ferguson. I felt like we was going to have a great tight end, a dynamic tight end, all that. But we was wrong. I'm not the guy that's going to die with the ship. If I notice it's wrong, I'm going to admit it. I'm real. I'm going to tell the truth. The shit not true. Dude ain't that. He ain't been that. Since Schultz been gone, that man ain't been like that. Trap. Man, have he even got a 1,000-yard season? And like, this is somebody who operates like that with Dak, bro. Dak is a fucking magician when it comes to working with tight ends. He create them in a lab. Dak can make a tight end out of nothing, out of thin air. If you lock Dak in a fucking room by himself, he'll be able to create a goddamn tight end, I promise you. I promise you. He been doing it his whole career. He has. If you can't be successful with four, with them two receivers on the outside, shit. Your stock very low for me, bro. I'm just being real. Your stock low. You had ample opportunity last year, man. I can't find an excuse for Ferg. And you got all them targets, and you still didn't produce to the level that we thought you was gonna produce. All them catches that Ferg had, he's supposed to easily win over 1,000 yards. He's supposed to easily win over 1,000 yards. I really want to see the tight end stats now. Because if I see several tight ends that went over 1K with anywhere close to the amount of catches and targets that he had, I'm going to be very, very upset. Do I need to do this? Because I'm already getting up in arms about this shit right now. Hold on. Let me see, y'all. I don't know why I want to do this to myself. He had 82 receptions. Kyle Pitts had 88. He had 928 yards. Tyler Warren had 76. He had 817 yards. Travis fucking Kelce. Old man Travis Kelce. Trap. How old is Travis Kelce? I am, Drill. No lie. Like, I really am. I don't even know why I went down this rabbit hole, bro. Travis Kelce. This man had 76 receptions and had 851 yards. Trey McBride had 1,200 yards off of 126 catches. He hooped. He went crazy. Jake Ferguson had 600 yards exactly. That shit sound like it's fabricated for you to have exactly 600 yards, bro. Trap. I ain't believing that. That sound cap. Somebody worked the magic pen for that. 600 exactly. Come on now. Look, this is for perspective right here, y'all. George Kittle had 57 receptions for 628 yards. Trap. Dallas Goedert had 60 catches for 591 yards. So he was only 9 yards less than Jake Ferguson, with over 22 less receptions. I don't know why I do that to myself. Moving along. Yeah, I need to take a couple woosahs after that shit, though, bro. That shit just ain't right. We have a chart right here for most red zone targets in 2025. Changing the subject before I blow a gasket. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Amon-Ra St. Brown has 34 red zone targets. Trey McBride had 32 red zone targets. Devontae Adams, 31. Christian McCaffrey, 25. Jake freaking Ferguson with 23. Trap. No wonder he had 8 touchdowns. No wonder. The 8 touchdowns make it look a little better. And now you got to ask yourself. If you're going to be an honest evaluator of this team, if you're going to put the Cowboys first and not the people that you fond of, if you're going to be unbiased and tell the truth, because guess what? Lying about shit like this is why your team lose. This is why we be back here in the playoffs bitching and complaining about us not being successful, because your team do shit like this. Now, let me ask you this question. Do you think this is a result of Jake Ferguson earning these targets and earning these looks because he was open or because he's, you know what I'm saying? Do you think it was a result of that? Or do you would think it's a result of the front office giving him a goddamn I believe in you type contract when he didn't deserve it, and now they got to make themselves right? Please let me know what you believe. Is it contract or was it earned? Let me know. Let me know. Was it earned or was it the contract? If you can't honestly tell me that, you don't want to win for real, bro. You don't want to win for real. You do not want to win for real if you're not ready to have that conversation. Because all of those targets, I don't even want to know how many goddamn drives it might have killed or how many opportunities we might have missed by trying to force feed Jake Ferguson. We don't even want to think about that. That's politics, and that's how it affects your team in winning. Did nobody in this chat feel like Jake Ferguson deserved no contract after the season he had year before last? Nobody. And I want to remind you, he had 0 touchdowns last year before last. They gave him a I believe in you contract, biscuit. They did. They gave a you my guy contract. You our dog, Jake. We believe in you. And then you go out here and force feed them all year. To the sum of 82 targets with 600 yards exactly. No, 82 catches. Let me take that back. Not targets, catches. Because if we talk about the targets, it's going to start getting ugly. It's going to start getting ugly if we talking targets. So we ain't talking about targets. That's how many catches he had. That's bad football, man. That's a terrible way to distribute your targets. And we talking about the potential of Ryan Flournoy and stuff like that. Don't you think Flournoy deserved more than that? My guy HTM in here for some context. He says in 2023, Ferg also had 23 red zone targets, to be fair. Okay. So I guess you saying the sentiment is maybe they not being underhanded. But okay, even if it ain't no malice in it, were they deserved? You know what I'm saying? After he had 23 red zone targets last year and had 0 touchdowns. Trap. Please, Mr. HTM Sports, answer that question, sir, please. I know you want to be fat like me, and I'm glad you added that context. But please tell me, after you targeted him in 2023, 23 times in the red zone, and he had a grand total of 0 touchdowns, would one think that would be smart to follow it up and do it again? Do he deserve that? Please, let me know. What y'all think? Maybe HTM Biz or something, I don't know. But let me see what y'all think. Did he deserve that? Should we double back and do that again after not producing the whole year? He says 2023, not 2024. I have no idea how many defined targets he had last year. Oh, okay. Hold on. Last year is 2025, right? What year are you talking about? Now you're confusing me. Because the year before, the 2024 year is the year he had 0 targets, 0 touchdowns. Oh, you talking about before that. So how many touchdowns he had in 2023? How many he had in 2024? Shit. Well, from what I seen, it says 3. That don't sound real. That might be why he ain't had number 0 touchdown. Trap. But maybe if you had some yak, because I'm sure you got the ball in the red zone. I'm sure you got the ball close. When I'm thinking about red zone, I'm thinking about, like, you know what I'm saying, like fade routes or somewhere close to the painted area. They count red zone like within 20 yards or some shit, don't it? Like 15 yards. What they count the red zone at? Yeah, 20-yard line. They count the 20-yard line. That's kind of far. But if you got a 20-yard catch, that's touchdown. He wasn't getting them hoes. He wasn't getting stuff like that. Yeah, 20-yard line. If you got a 20-yard catch, that's touchdown. That ain't asking a lot for a tight end. 20-yard, 25-yard catch, that ain't crazy. That ain't insane. Let me know if I'm being foul or not. Like a 20-yard catch, that ain't shit. Not in this NFL when you throwing the ball damn near 40 times a game. I don't know, man. I know one thing. Regardless of the last years and stuff like that, maybe we'll do a show about Jake Ferguson and try to be as fast as possible or something. I don't know. But regardless of those last years, they said they counted 20 yards here. But regardless of those last years we was discussing, we all can collectively agree that this year was not up to par. He started out like in the first 6-7 games on a historic run with receptions. He was catching the hell out of the ball, but he just wasn't producing a lot with it. Like it was dead ends. Like he was just catching the ball and falling down. So you gotta get better. You gotta get more out of those type of targets, bro. If you throwing the ball and you only getting 5-6 yards and shit like that, like I don't even know if that's worth the risk. Like, you might need to run the ball at that point, nigga. Like, you tripping. Like, throwing the ball consistently for 5 yards and shit, like, come on now. When you throw the ball, you want an actual real game. Like, I don't think that's enough if all I'm getting is 5-6 yards here and there. I need better than that. I deserve better. But, yeah. Great point by the graphic. I hated that George Pickens has less. George Pickens should have been close to the top of this. Him and CD. What's CD Lamb at? CD can 50-50 ball. He can catch the ball. He can run slants. Where the fuck CD at on this list? Crazy. Can anybody explain why Sedarian ain't on this list? Please, I'm listening. Please, let me see. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Let's go back to the graphic. Because with the number I found, they stopped it. CD had 16 red zone targets. That ain't good enough. And look, we already discussed that we had red zone issues. Could we be discovering why? Trap. Maybe, just maybe, we should target some of our best players, very best players in the red zone. That might help, Shotty. That might help. You know what I'm saying? That might help us out. Yeah, goal line is within 10 yards. Red zone is within 20. That's correct. Biscuit says, I would rather go hat on hat and run the ball more than pass in the red zone. Be nice anyways. That is the safer route. Well, let's say instead, Biscuit, I'll say I'd rather do that on the goal line. Because in the red zone, you can try it out. I'll give you a couple of runs in the red zone. But when it get real tight, like in the goal line, yeah, that's when you need your run game. For sure. So how many touchdowns did Javonte have then? Let's see. Oh, he had 11 touchdowns. So that's a good total. So he probably should have had more then. He probably should have had more. Probably would have liked to see him have more. The way he run and how physically imposing our line's supposed to be, you you might want to see more from him. I don't know. And I'm not blaming him. This kind of rests on the shoulders of Shotty because we was bad in the red zone. We got to figure out why. You know what I'm saying? Like, why we weren't scoring as many points as we should. That's on your OC. Now, this ain't me dogging Javonte. It sound like Shotty need to figure out how to use him better. Okay, I feel you on that. He said that's why he want to see Maffa. That makes sense. Maffa, a big body running back that should be able to lean into the end zone. That's for sure. But I think that's why they sat him, Biscuit, because coming out of Clemson, I think he out of Clemson, he had a shoulder injury. And he kind of ran like it last year too. Well, the last year in college, he kind of ran like he was, favoring that shoulder. So, a shoulder for a running back, you can't be as effective as you want to be. So that's probably why they sat him, to make sure that shoulder was all the way good. And now he shouldn't be, fearful of how he want to run with the shoulder no more. Because you want to see him be physical. Because the year before, not the last year in college, the year before that, he ran a whole different kind of style to me. He kind of ran more physically imposing, like he ran like the size of back he was. He wasn't running like the big back he is that last year in Clemson. He was running like that the year before that, though. He actually did show some of that type of, I can run big and I can run you over and lean forward. Some of those Zeke tendencies, because Zeke always lean forward. But yeah, so that makes sense with Maffa. But we gotta get better in the red zone, Shotty. That's something that he gotta do. And think about it, like we said, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. It's easy for this offense to regress. Even though we got talent, that's why I don't want to move a piece like George, because it might be a natural regression anyway, because people got a whole year of film on you. Why you think Shotty was hiding all his secrets and shit? Shotty was keeping it vanilla forever until he actually had to reveal some shit, because he understand these millionaire defensive coordinators getting paid to stop you. So they got all year to watch your film. So if you're not creatively progressive within your offensive schemes and your all the stuff that you do, the defense is gonna catch up to you. So this is gonna tell me a lot about Shotty. You had the number one offense when didn't nobody know what to expect from you. Kudos. You gotta back it up with another great season. I ain't saying you gotta be number one, but you can't be pedestrian. You can't go from one of the most explosive offenses to not one of the most explosive. You gotta still be a dope offense. I'm not demanding number one, so I'm being fair. But you gotta be at least top 5. With those receivers, I was about to say top 10. But you gotta be top 5. Let's say it before we get ready to get up out of here. What number of offense do you demand from Shotty? Would you be mad if he's outside the top 10 offense after they got a year on him? Because I'm telling you, most of this going to be on Shotty, and I'm putting it all on him, and I'm definitely going to give him all the credit if he able to have a new creative-looking offense and still cooking. I'm going to give Shotty all the props in the world. No cap. I'm going to be like, that's what the hell I'm talking about, Shotty. You gotta spice it up, and you got to keep it dope. So, what y'all think? Do y'all think Shotty has to have a top 10 offense? With the weapons that he got, I feel like he got to have a top 5. That's me. Maybe I'm setting it too high. Let me know if he got to be top 5 or top 10 for y'all. And then we'll wrap it up. Should he be top 5 or top 10 with this offense that we have? Top 5 or top 10. That's all you got to type in. Top 5, top 10. To be able to dodge criticism. To be able to feel like you maximize the weapons that you have. Let me know. Let me know. Camo said top 1 out there. Trap. I'm just saying, I ain't gonna go that hard. But you gotta be dope as hell though, bro. We got the best 2 receivers on the planet. Look at him. You can't have the minimum. You know Kevin Samuel said you can't count 7. You can't count 7. 7 is the tilter. So if I took away 7, where it gotta be at? Here. Where you gonna be at? What Drell said, okay, he said if the defense is actually improved, I'm okay with around a 7th or 4th offense. What are you demanding from your offense? Because look, I know we trying to be nice and fair, but I feel like we got some very, very great weapons. You know what I'm saying? We got some great ass weapons. And if you dope like that, you should produce like that. I'm not gonna lie to you, like you should produce. You got George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. And Javonte Williams. You know. I don't know if I can name anybody else. I guess you could say Jake Ferguson, you know. The fall from grace was ugly. I pray Jake Ferguson has a great year, man. I pray he do. Like, no lie. I pray Jake Ferguson ball out, man. Because, like, we need that production from tight end, man. We do. We need that threat from tight end. Bad. And you remember Dak, was that the MVP year when we had Jake Ferguson as, like, the second option? Like, Dak hooped with Jake Ferguson as a number 2. We thought we was going into seasons thinking Jake Ferguson should get the second amount of targets. Suave said, what did he say? I think having a better number 2 running back would prevent a serious regression. I think so too. He says top 5, top 7. Yoda says gotta be top 5 to 10, period. Top 5. It was 2 ounces, and y'all still finding a way to maneuver around. I know we like Shotty, man. I know. Trap. I like Shotty too, man. But we gotta have a standard we demanding. I feel like with them 2 receivers, you gotta be top 5. He didn't say top 6 because he nice and he sweet on Shotty. We see it. You can't deny it. Roy is on my side. I feel like top 5, bro. You got to be top 5 to me, man. I'm not going to hold you. Drell says top 6. Top 5 for me. Michael Trigg, hey, if it's fair, I feel like he'll take over some people's position. He should at least be your second tight end if he stay playing good and, you know, keep his head down and show his talent. He said 7th offense was 27.1 points per game last year. We were 5th at 27.7. Okay. But some areas we had the number one offense though, right? Like in yardage or something. Like I think they said we had the number one offense in some areas. It might not be all of them. Let me know if I'm right or wrong on that. I don't know why that's programmed in my head that we had the number one offense then, if we actually didn't. But I thought we had the number one offense in some type of aspect. I don't know. Because you don't got to have it in all the categories to say you got the number one offense. Yeah, Trigg is a great looking talent. He just got to stay away from his uncle a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because, I don't know if Plies like that no more or not, though. Because he got older. Plies might have sat down and chilled out, so I don't know. I'll leave him alone. But it was some red flags going out of college with Trigg, though. That's why we was able to get him like we did. So hopefully he mature up and, you know what I'm saying, stay out of trouble and do everything he's supposed to do and make this team ball out. All goes well. I'll be happy as hell because he is the type of prototype type tight end that I've been looking for. He's the prototype build and speed and, you know what I'm saying, play style of tight end that I've been looking for since I can remember, since Dak Prescott got here. That's the type of guy I've been wanting. Hen said we did have the number one offense until the last 2 games of the season hurt our averages. Shit. The last 2 games, I ain't really tripping off of that. Because Dak sat one of them games, right? So, yeah, I say we got the number one. Yeah, Dak sat against the Giants. He played a little bit, then sat. So that's one game that don't even really count to me. And then I forgot who the second game was, so I'm still counting that as the number one offense. You had the number one offense all year up until the last 2 games, and you sat one. Nah, you number one offense. Said we finished 2 badly behind the Rams, and I like the situation I just painted to y'all. Yeah, we was the number one offense, and I think we was the number one offense all year up until then. So I'm saying we number one, bro. I'm saying we number one. So I think people sweeter on him than me. I say we got to be top 5. That might be a poll question that I say on Twitter. You know, people ain't going to want to hold Shotty accountable to the degree that I try to, because I want greatness, man. I want Shotty to be great. I think he can be great, but I don't think he's going to be great if we just accept everything he do without a standard. If we don't demand a standard from him, I think he's such a great talker, such a great guy. You know, he know how to galvanize the troops. I think it'll go unnoticed that he's being subpar, and nobody will say nothing but me. That's why I'm here. Like, nah, Shotty, you not finna sway us and, you know what I'm saying, talk your way out of this shit. No, we demand greatness from you, Shotty. And okay, I don't know, this team ain't fully assembled yet, but what kind of record should he have? If I feel like, honest to God, if we have a losing record, I feel like Shotty's in trouble. If we have another losing record, I think Shotty's on the hot seat. Real talk. Put a point total or average on it. On what, Hen? On the offense? Let me know what you mean. 11 wins? Well, that's 11-6. 11-6. That sounds logical, but that schedule tough, man. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I want to be tough on Shotty, but sheesh, I feel like that schedule is a doozy. But I gave us a lot of wins because I believe in this team, but that's just strictly off of talent. Shotty gonna have to will him, man. Me and Hen gave him 12 wins last year, and we didn't get those hoes. We didn't get them. So, shit. I don't know, man. This shit getting real. Like 2 losing years in a row in Dallas. That shit gonna get so loud, boy. That shit, woo.
Trap.
That shit gonna get so loud, boy. Woo. I don't know if he can survive that. Do y'all think, let's get that question out of here. Do y'all think Shotty could survive another losing year in Dallas and keep his job? Yes or no? And we out here. We out of here. I think this yes was for something else. Oh, he asking about point averages and shit like that. Put a point total and average on it. I want my 30 again. I'll say 28 then. Shit. You said we average 27. I'll say 28 then. A little better. Because we really averaged 30, but we just probably fell off towards the end of the year. Like them last few games, because we sat people and shit like that. We weren't taking it serious no more after we got eliminated and shit like that. So I'll say 28. I ain't asking for as much, because I don't think that 27 was legit. We was averaging 30 points for a large amount of the year. Somebody said it's not gonna happen. Nope. Hell no. He get a mulligan for last year because they put flus on him. He accepted it. Did he tell? Did he know though? Did he tell? Did he know though, Devin? Did he tell? Did he know? I don't think he did. He said maybe. He said maybe.
Trap.
Hey, Hen, that nigga said sometimes. Did it ask him the question and he said sometimes. So that's on him, man. You signed that contract, guy. Real talk. Like, I know it's easy for me to say because it's millions on the table. It's B's on the table, like Drake said, but goddamn. You a man, ain't it? You signed the contract. Did you have a gun to your head? So you gotta perform. It is what it is. You can't accept everything. Like, you sit up here and let them drive you off a cliff, that's on you. Jump out the car, nigga. Say something. Say, I don't want to go off the cliff, Jerry. You got to speak up. You got to speak up, man. You just got to. I'd rather die fighting than just, submit. I'm sorry. Because you're going to die anyway. That's the way coaching works. You're not going to be the coach forever. So while you got your time, if you don't fight for it, you're not giving yourself a fair shot. You're not giving yourself a fair shot if you're not fighting for your real ideas and how you really feel. You're going to leave this coaching cycle with a whole bunch of regrets. That's what you're going to do. If you sit up here and be a yes man for Jerry while you got your opportunity with your last name that you supposed to be performing for, and all you do is just say yes, 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 you don't deserve to be here, and you deserve whatever fate you get. Just being real. If you sit up there and let them people do whatever they want to do to you, and you just say yes, you deserve the outcome that comes to you. It is what it is. Because guess what? I remember Mike banging against their ass on several things. I remember Mike holding press conferences and everything saying that he ain't say that shit and he ain't feeling the same way Jerry's saying, and he would do things differently. Shot it at like they all kumbaya in a big happy family. And you gonna have to wear that if this shit don't work. It is what it is, man. You better say something. You feel me? Like, you just gotta say something. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna let y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday. I appreciate all the love and support. Hey, y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Make sure you donate and support your independent content creators, man. We try to put on a good show for y'all. We try to do this as much as possible, working into our crazy schedules and shit like that. But we not nothing without y'all, man. I couldn't be talking to myself like Mark Holmes used to say. It don't work no other way without y'all, man. So we definitely appreciate all the love and support from everybody, man. So, hey, make sure y'all support. We cannot be nothing without y'all. That's a promise. And absolutely, see, man, this is a huge game for the Spurs, man. This is a legacy game. Man, this is a huge game. I cannot wait. I literally cannot wait till 7 o'clock, man. This is going to be crazy. Like, if Wemby be able to come out here and send the defending champs home on their own court at 22 years old on his first playoff run and make it to the finals.
Trap.
Y'all ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing about Wemby, man. Like right now, you can't tell me nothing about Wemby. Cause we taking the champs to the last step. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody saw this, bro. Nobody saw this coming, man. I think people be so focused on hating that they rob themselves of actually witnessing some greatness. We witnessing greatness right now. This young Spurs team is a great team, and they don't got no reason to be. Like, they shouldn't be. Shit crazy. It's crazy. I was telling him the other day, I said, man, if the Spurs would have went up here and just got swept by OKC, everybody would have been like, well, you know, they is the champs. That's a young team. They just got their lumps. They took their experience. Hey, good for them. Nobody would care for real. Like, it'll be some Wemby haters that just try to hate on Wemby a little bit about it. But if he performed every game and we got swept, wouldn't nobody bat an eye. No lie. Because they OKC, they the defending champs. They was looked at as a historically great team. So if you come in here and do that, and we done took them to the brink of elimination, you can't say nothing about this team, man. And listen, the only thing is, this the difference of this series right here. It's gonna come down to, cause I feel like we the more talented team, and they the more experienced team. Let's see which one win. And like, what's so crazy is they way more experienced than us, and I feel like we kind of slightly edged them out in talent. Like, not by a whole lot. With those two players out, it's by a little more. So our lack of experience and our talent might be even right now. So which one gonna win when it's all said and done? That's what we finna see tonight. Game 7, biggest game of our life. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Why we can't have this for the Cowboys, man? The Cowboys need to just be sitting in the NFC Championship this year with a chance to go to the Super Bowl like my Spurs, man. This is the equivalent, man. That'll be so wonderful. That'll be wonderful. Like, we got to manifest that shit. Hen stopped manifesting and he messed everything up for us. But we going to get Hen back to manifesting, and we going to manifest. We got to make this shit happen one day. We got to see some happen good for our Cowboys one day, man. We got to keep hope alive. But, hey, man, I appreciate all the love and support. Y'all make sure y'all tap in for the win. Hit the like and share for the squad that will not charge a card. We appreciate everything y'all do. And you know why them haters be hating on us. Why? Because we are what? Hold on. Greatest. That's why, nigga. Hold on. That's why. Because we are the greatest, nigga. That's why. Salute to all my people. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Get the likes up. Get the shares up. Make sure y'all support. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Peace.
And this is greatness defined. Every line is divine, verses boggle your mind. And every song, man, I swear, just get better with time. No matter how much shade they throwing, I still manage to shine. I don't know why they so obsessed with mine. I'm all they think about. Go in their house, they probably got my pics in a shrine. Damn, I never let these niggas play me. They see us ballin', now they wanna switch teams like KD. I know my time coming, I guess I'ma wait and see. I'm too cocky and confident, that humble shit ain't for me. Lord, help me with my egotistical ways, but I'm amazed how they display such miserable hate. I never paid attention to what most these niggas will say. Their words are unimportant like prepositional phrase. They wanna see me crash and burn in a ridiculous blaze, but yet I rise like the phoenix. Show these bitches I'm great enough. Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me. Well, take a seat, I do it for the family. So street, bring the block to the Grammys. And if you try to stop me, you need a plan B, yeah. I just do it for the real. If you ain't from the bottom, you ain't get how I feel. To go against the odds, go hard, chase meals, and doubters till you make it. Show them all you the greatest. greatest, I'm the greatest.
Young poet, got flows flowing, that's mind-blowing. I'm flamboyant when brainstorming, that's fair warning. For my opponents that will be mourning before the morning. Every beat I eat and destroy it, that's what the fans wanted. The hot topic, you try to copy, that's hard stopping. Yeah, I'm a giant when rhyming, but y'all microscopic. I got them watching and they believe in me like a prophet, cause the pics I'm cropping be masterpieces, they photoshopping. I'm from the bottom, assembled by the avenue, so I gotta pay homage to the hood to show my gratitude. And then my attitude is similar to an animal. These dudes ain't half as cool, I got different levels to tap into. I am the truth, these people know that I kill it. These are God level lyrics, I should be on Mount Olympus. My music therapeutic to the real people's spirit, like it came from ancient Kemet. Ain't nobody messing with me, I'm the greatest, let's go. Salute. Everybody already know, and like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation, let's go.